Testing. Hello, Duke fans. I'm Zach Silkaitis. Alongside me is Ryan Brownlie. Today's matchup is going to be the York Dukes versus the Leyden Eagles.
Yeah, Zach, starting off with the Dukes, Zach, coming off a win against Proviso West, 49-14, and proving it 2-1 in the season. We didn't get to see a lot of the starters that game, and honestly, Zach, quite frankly, they're hoping for the same today, as they're playing a very weak Leyden team who's off to a 1-2 start, who took an L last week to Willowbrook, 8-40. There's going to have to be some magic here for this Leyden team to even have a chance in this one. But obviously, the Dukes are going to roll out the starters to start this game, and we're going to see players like quarterback Dominic Alfano, who's been off to a very solid start to start the year, as long as wide receiver Simon Godowski and running back Henry Duda, who's been dominant the last 2 years. And for the Leyden side, they are led by quarterback Matthew Aguirre, who struggled last week, but as much as he struggled, he threw an interception and only for 74 yards last week. Their run game was really bad for Leyden, as they only rushed for an average of 2 yards a carry, which is not going to be helpful in this one. So Leyden's going to need a pretty big one today.
Yeah, Leyden, not the biggest team out here. The roster definitely not as big compared to York. They're going to need the passing game to be on top this game. York's defense has been very dominant so far this year, especially last game, as you were saying, Ryan, against Proviso. I wouldn't be surprised if players like Zach Assad for the Dukes and even George Redford got in the game to get some reps at quarterback.
Yeah, it's going to be your last opportunity, as this is York's last non-conference game of the year, as they go straight conference schedule the way out, which is going to be a lot tougher for this Dukes team, and this is their last chance for some of these guys to get on the field here.
And with that, we're going to take a short break before kickoff. You're watching York Sports Network. Welcome back, Duke fans, as we're getting ready for kickoff here. The Dukes are going to be kicking as Leyden won the coin toss.
Yeah, it's something we've seen common with this Dukes team is they like to defer when they win the coin toss, and they're doing the same thing here today, as Jack O'Connor is ready to get this one underway here.
And the kickoff, Garner is going to be retrieving it. He's running up the right side of the field, and he's going to get thrown out of bounds by the Dukes defense.
Yeah, a little squib kick there. Connor usually just shoots that out of the back of the end zone, but gives him a chance there. And they're going to start off with some decent field position here as Leyden.
Leyden's going to get the ball at the 30.
Leyden looking for a bounce back here from last week, only scoring 8 points, looking to get it going early here.
Guire at the line, gets the ball, hands it off. Fake throw, he throws it. Oh, it's going to be a fumble!
They're going to call that one incomplete, Zach, as he wasn't able to maintain possession. Second down. Hard hit there on the defense there.
He almost had the ball. He had it almost in his hands complete. He got knocked pretty hard on that play by the Dukes defense.
Yeah, Zach, I'm pretty sure the rule is 3 steps, and he did not have the 3 steps there to maintain possession. That's why they're going to rule it incomplete here. But not a bad start for that Leyden team, able to find a wide open receiver, just couldn't complete it.
Make a play, kid. I know you can hear me.
Guire stepping back up. Snap. Short route. And he's going to get tackled behind the line. There's going to be no gain.
Yeah, Nicholson on the tackle there, able just to wrap him up in the backfield. And that's going to set up for a 3rd and long for this Leyden team here. It's not the way they wanted to start, but good tackle by Nicholson there, able to wrap him up immediately.
Nicholson been making some huge plays for this York defense throughout the past couple games, especially on the long throws from the defense.
Yeah, the defense has improved much from that Glenbrook South game where it was just a rough day for the defense that day, but they've been improving so far, and it's going to look good starting to gel for conference play.
McGuire. Snap. He's looking deep. McGuire passes it up, and he can't get a hold of it. There's going to be no flag on the play.
Yeah, just a lofty ball there. You thought the ref might call him for the jersey tug there, but not enough to get the pass interference call, and that's going to be 4th and 13 as Leyden's going to bring out the punt team here.
That's some great defense by Butte on that play.
Yeah, Leyden just couldn't find on the first drive there. Had to make something happen and just tossed it up. That was in the air for a long time, Zach.
Anything happens, little field run, they're going to get a tranquilizer gun. Yes, let's go. We're going to get you one of those next time, just like post up, you know.
Rahella's going to be punting the ball. Butte's going to be receiving. And the kick's up. Almost blocked by the Dukes. Butte's not going to return it. They're going to let it roll, and Leyden's going to touch it down.
Yeah, Zach, the Dukes almost got to that when they had 3 men right in the vicinity of the punter, but was able to get it off. Luckily for the Dukes, it took a good bounce, and they're going to be sitting up around midfield here as Dominic Alfano looks to take the field for the first time today.
Alfano lining up. Would not be surprised if they ran a lot of running plays this game to Georges.
Yeah, Georges is going to be a big guy in this game, but start the game it's going to be with Henry Duda here, and Duda has just been a wrecking force, really strong guy, and he just loves, when he finds that open field, he just runs.
Snap. Alfano, fake run. Dushes it out to Hunter Stepanek. Stepanek running up the middle. He's going to be brought down by 24 by Leyden.
Yeah, great call there for the Dukes to start the game and roll Alfano out to his left. Was able to find Stepanek for the easy dump off, and that's something you'd like to see as a Duke fan, seeing Hunter Stepanek get involved, because we haven't seen him much involved so far in this season.
Yeah, he's such a big guy. You'd think he'd be an easy target, but great play by the Dukes. Alfano lining up. Another short pass. This is out. He's running up the sideline. He fakes it out again. It's going to be a touchdown, Dukes. What a run by Jaden Logan, faking out 2 defenders to get to the end zone.
Yeah, Jaden Logan's there, Zach. He was just able to run. When he found the open field, he was able to juke his defenders and get open, and he found that open field. And we know how dangerous Jaden Logan is because he's a really fast character, and he was just able to run there to the end zone. And it's nice to see Jaden Logan get involved after missing the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, I believe he had mono.
Yeah.
Not good. Thank goodness he's back. He's a great player. He did a lot last year for the team as well.
Yeah, it's a guy you want back for the Dukes, especially for this run upcoming with tough teams.
O'Connor is going to be lining up for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good for the Dukes. The Dukes are going to be leading 7-0 with 10:13 left on the clock. We'll be right back with York Sports Network. Welcome back to York Sports Network. Dukes leading 7-0 in the early stages of this first quarter.
Yeah, Zach, I don't think that's how Leyden wanted to start this game here, as just 6 plays into the game, and it's already 7-0 Dukes, less than 2 minutes in.
O'Connor. The kick. It's up. Oh, almost goes through the field goal.
Just left it a little bit short, Zach, and that's what I thought he was going to do the first time instead of the squib kick. But obviously, Jack O'Connor's really a highly recruited kicker with a huge leg he's got.
Leyden looking for their second opportunity to score this game.
Yeah, Gary's got to get something going here as Leyden went 3-0 in their first game, on their first drive of the game there.
Leyden setting up. Gary hands it off. And he's going to be stopped by the Dukes.
Yeah, the Dukes closed that open space really fast as he had nowhere to go there.
Second down.
Second and 11 here for Leyden, inside their own 20 here.
Almodovar had a couple of runs so far this game, not for too many yards.
Yeah, I'd like to see if Leyden could go for the short passing game here, maybe pick up a few yards, give him a third and manageable here.
Leyden with the snap. Agari ditches it out, and nobody's there. He overthrew his man right there. Steffens just a little too high for him.
Yeah, ran a little curl route there, trying to find him inside, but he just airmailed him as there was nobody in the area of that throw. And now it's going to be 3rd and 11 here, Zach. Needing to make something happen in a big play.
Yeah, another conversion this early in the game would not be good.
And it's also even about the punting position, because you're going to be punting from basically your own 10 is where he's going to kick it, and that's going to set up the Dukes with prime field position once again.
And then he was like, you guys go straight next to the marching band. He did not give on audio at all. Oh my God.
Leyden setting up. Agari with the ball. He's looking for a slant route. Dishes it out. Drops it. Good defense by the Dukes. Ash couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, Drew Richardson there able to break it up. Looks like he got his hand in there when the ball was right in his delivered to his hands, and Dukes get another 3rd down stop here as Leyden is going to bring out their punt team for the second time in 2 drives.
Butte will be receiving once again.
Yeah, I'll see how far this punt goes. Likely the Dukes will start up in Leiden's territory.
And the punt from Bohanna is up. Almost blocked once again by the Dukes. Butte's going to receive it. And fair catch.
Yeah, right at the 50-yard line there. Had no chance to return it as really high punt. A lot of hang time in that one, and had no chance to return that one.
Dukes offense steps onto the field. Alfano looking to get another score here. They did it pretty quickly last time. Still 9 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
Yeah, 2 plays and a touchdown for the Dukes in the last drive. Looking to replicate the same exact thing here.
Alfano, fake handoff. Deep pass to Kadowski, and he gets it! Kadowski, touchdown!
What a throw there by Dominic Alfano. It was a little underthrown, but Kadowski was able to wait long enough as he's going to catch it for the 50-yard touchdown, and the Dukes are going to go up 13-0 early in this one, Zach.
Just like last game, another deep pass to Kadowski by Alfano. They got some great chemistry cooking early on this season.
Yeah, Simon Kadowski, their most reliable wide receiver on this team, played with the varsity team last year, getting snaps, and was really important to that state competing team, and puts the Dukes up 13-0 here.
O'Connor lining up again. Kicks up, and it's good. Dukes leading 14-0. They had a 7-second possession that time, and 9 minutes and 1 second remaining.
Yeah, I don't think you could have asked for a better start for the Dukes here. Up 14-0, not even 3 minutes into the game, Zach. They only had 3 plays on offense, and like I said, you don't know how much longer we're going to see all the starters in this one.
And with that, we're going to take a short break. You're watching York Sports Network. Welcome back to York Sports Network. O'Connor with the kick. And they're going to let it go into the back of the end zone.
Yeah, another high kick there by O'Connor. It's nice when you can have a really reliable kicker, especially in high school football, because you don't really get that often in high school.
He has been very consistent the last couple of years. He's been on the Dukes. Had a little struggle in the first game, but since then he's bounced back tremendously.
Yeah, he missed a 40-yarder and an extra point in that game. Obviously, those would have been crucial points, but obviously you just got to put that in the past and move on.
Leyden looking to get their first down conversion of the game. Aguirre dishes it out, short pass, and he's going to be stopped by the Dukes. Nicholson.
Yeah, it's the second play Nicholson's been involved. First the tackle for a loss, and now the deflection to make it incomplete here. And Zach, when you talk about first downs, I don't think they have positive yards in this game yet.
No, I do not believe so. They have a couple run plays where they've gotten out wide, but I don't believe they brought it up for positive yards.
Hey, Gary's got to step up and make a throw here, or something's got to happen on this Leyden side that just helps them get positive yards and give them a chance to get a first down here.
Gary waiting. Gets the ball, hands it off. They're going to run it up the middle, and he's going to be stopped instantly by a flock of Dukes.
Yeah, trying to make a little play fake there, faked the handoff and ended up giving it to him, but once again met by a bunch of Dukes, and that's going to set up 3rd and 10 here.
Aldevar just not being able to break through so far against this Dukes defense. They're doing a great job at stopping both the passing and running game.
Yeah, the Dukes are putting a lot of pressure here on this Leyden team. There's a lot more strength at the defensive line there and not giving Leyden any chance here.
From the 20 here, Leyden looking to convert. Gary looks to pass again, and he's instantly stopped by the Dukes for a sack.
No chance there, Zach, at all. Just got met by Dukes defenders immediately as Owen Roberts was on that play there. And now it's going to be 4th, and they're going to have another punting situation here for their 3rd time today.
Butte will be receiving once again. The clock is still winding down as we are about the 7-minute and 30-second marker. Dukes leading 14-0.
Yeah, punting from their own end zone here, Zach. Not a good look.
Polano with the punt. That one's up. It might have gotten tipped. There's a flag on the play.
And Zach, that looks like it's going to be possibly roughing the kicker there.
Kicker looks a little rattled. He's on the ground.
And if that's the case, I believe that's a Leyden first down here. Able to get up. It's a good sign, but we'll see what the call is here. Roughing the kicker is the call here, Zach.
Yeah, that's unfortunate by the Dukes in that situation.
Yeah.
It's not something you want to do.
Yeah, not at all at the Dukes, especially how dominant they've been. Got to bring the defense back on the field and gives Leyden a little bit of breathing room here, especially if they have to punt again, they'll have a little bit more breathing room.
This could be the momentum that Leyden may need to get their first conversion of the game.
Yeah, 100%, Zach. Leyden just needs to get something going. Just anything in the positive direction would be very crucial right now. Gary lining up.
I really do like my Scotty jersey. I want to get the Simeon jersey. Oh, the D-Rose? I wonder if they have some. They do. You can buy from Simeon.
Dukes figuring out their defense.
Oh, no. They wouldn't have it. I was asking about college. He never got back to me. Because I would get a Johnny.
Yeah, Gary looking to make something happen here. Still some talks on the sideline.
I was telling Griffin this on the way here, but
Looks like it's still 4th down here, Zach. A little bit of confusion going on.
The referees changed their mind. It is 4th down.
And the referees decide to change their mind is what the PA just said. It's going to be a 4th down still.
Yeah, as I'm hearing from Brennen Blanchett, who's doing scoreboard, telling me that's not the rule. Thank you, Brennen.
They're probably going to end up switching it again, but let's see.
Maybe this situation is 4th and 5. Maybe you take a shot and go for it here. Because obviously their defense has just been a liability so far in this one, and maybe try to keep them off the field for a little bit longer.
Referees talking to Coach Gelsomino. Players still confused about what's happening.
Yeah, Gelso isn't happy right now. He's obviously talking about something and is delaying this game by a little bit. Gelsomino's getting some clarification here. Finally goes back to his sideline.
And it appears they're going to change it back to the 1st down as the official rule stands. Leyden will have the ball.
Yeah, a lot of confusion here from the refs. Obviously, you figure they get it right the first time, and especially they get it right the second time, but getting either right here.
Gary hands it off. Fake handoff. Passes it out. And it's going to be a reception by Leyden. Great catch from McGuire.
Yeah, great throw there from McGarry. Rolled him out with a fake handoff, and McGuire is able just to get that one in here. Excuse me, Gary, that is his brother, it looks like, with the quarterback.
Nice sibling play there.
Yeah, something that Leyden needed. Took advantage of that roughing the kicker here. And now they're at the 42-yard line looking to get in Duke's territory.
Gary with the snap. Fake handoff again, and it's instantly blocked. He got the throw off.
Yeah, Owen Roberts there got all in his face there, and was able to deflect that one.
Another great defensive stop by the Dukes.
Yeah, Gary had no chance there as he's immediately met with pressure. And lucky that could have been a lot worse instead of an incompletion there, Zach.
Definitely, Ryan. I got to say the Dukes' defense have been one of the best parts of this team so far this year. Definitely been able to hold their own against some of the better teams they've faced.
Yeah, that's something going to be interesting watching going forward. The Dukes is this defense and how much it can gel together.
Gary hands it off this time up the middle. That's going to be for some positive yards. That's about a 4-yard run.
Yeah, that's something you like to see from Leyden there. Some positive yards there that they haven't seen much of it tonight. And Alamo Davar finally gets a positive rush there as he's been stopped behind the line of scrimmage all night. Sets up a 3rd and manageable here for Leyden.
Leyden another chance to convert. Hoping they can get their first score of the game in this first quarter. Clock still winding down. We're approaching the 6-minute mark. Duke still leading 14-0.
I formation here for the Dukes, or for Leyden, excuse me.
Gary snap. Fake handoff again. He's getting pressured into the pocket, and he falls back, and that's a sack by the Dukes once again.
Yeah, Gary had no room to throw there, as it was a good blocking for a second, but it couldn't find anybody open. It had no choice to take the sack there, as now it's going to set up 4th and a mile for them, and they're going to have to punt this one away for the 3rd time today now, Zach.
As that was a combination sack from Swan and Howard.
Yeah, when you thought things were starting to turn a little bit in Leyden's favor, it all just goes backwards immediately with one play there.
Leyden lining up for the punt. Snap. And he gets it off this time. It's going to roll back to about the 35.
Yeah, good bounce there for Leyden there. First time the Dukes are going to be setting up more deep in their territory here. Setting up at the 33-yard line here. Make the Dukes offense maybe have to work a little bit more for these points here.
Alfano coming back out onto the field.
Yeah, you got to watch for Alfano here, how much longer they keep him in. Rumors I've heard is that the starters are going to stay in for the first half, but if it gets that out of hand, who knows?
Alfano, fake handoff. Short pass to Logan. Logan running up the sideline on a breakaway, and he gets thrown out of bounds by Leyden.
Yeah, Logan using his speed there to accelerate and pick up the first down there. Haven't seen many running plays with Duda yet today. Or excuse me, he hasn't had a single rush at all as the Dukes are airing it out here.
Yeah, both Duda and Georges, some of the key role players in this Dukes offense, haven't been utilized yet so far this game.
Yeah, you're going to want to watch for that here.
Snap to Alfano. Alfano, here we go. Run, Duda, running up the middle, trying to get on the outside. Duda, he's still going. Duda running up the sideline, and he gets tackled. Duda runs it up all the way to the 20.
Yeah, great run by Henry Duda there, and great blocking by the O-line. Let the play develop a little bit, and the second he found that open field, he was able to accelerate and pound his way inside the red zone here at the 20-yard line.
Duda's first run of the game is going to be a big run for the Dukes as they're approaching the red zone.
Yeah, Duda just such an asset to this team. Dukes have so many weapons on this offense here.
Snap, Alfano hands it off again. Duda on the outside, tries to cut back, and he's going to get down by Leyden.
Yeah, Duda really had nowhere to go there. Trying to find the outside there, but got met by multiple Leyden defenders as first non-big gain for the Dukes here of the game.
Mansell's going to come off the field. Winton is going to be replacing him.
See what the Dukes call up here.
Snap the ball. Alfano, fake pass, throw. Simon Kadowski, another touchdown for the Dukes.
Yeah, and just an easy slant route there, Zach. Called by the Dukes there as Kadowski, the only wide receiver on that play, is still able to get in for the touchdown, and the Dukes are now up 20-0 for Alfano's third passing touchdown of the game.
And with 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining, the Dukes have a chance to push their score to 21 with O'Connor's field extra point kick,
Yeah, I've seen all the Duke star players with Alfano, Duda, Stepanik, and Kadowski all show up here, and Jaden Logan.
The kick is up. And it's good once again for O'Connor for his third extra point of the night.
Yeah, still 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Zach, it's felt like an eternity as the Dukes are now up 21-0 here as Leyden's chances are just slowly fading away.
I believe last game versus Proviso, the score was pretty similar throughout the first quarter. But with that, we're going to take a short break. You're watching York Sports Network. Welcome back to York Sports Network. Dukes leading 21-0, 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Dukes are going to be kicking the ball. O'Connor. Kick is up. And Leyden chooses not to receive the ball once again.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little surprised that Leyden's decided not to take any of these back. Obviously, the offense hasn't been there, so maybe give it a chance while returning it with open field.
Leyden's offense coming out onto the field. hoping to finally get their first points of the game.
Yeah, Zach, it's going to be very tough because this Duke's defense so far has been dominant on both sides of the ball in the rushing and passing game here. Just putting a lot of pressure on O'Gary.
O'Gary setting up the snap. O'Gary, double handoff. He gets it up, and it's going to be maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, Leyden there trying a little trickery there with the double handoff and the fake, but nothing seems to be working for the Lions. They're going to have to start throwing the ball here because the rushing game has been just non-existent here, Zach.
The passing has shown some promise from O'Gary. He's made some good passes, just a little bit of overthrow here and a little bit of underthrow there, stopping him from gaining a lot of yards.
Yeah, and also for O'Gary, his wide receiver's got to help him out a little bit and make some contested catches, as he's made some good throws right to the chest, but just they couldn't haul them in.
Gary, handoff. He's running up the left side. And is going to be brought down on about the 20.
Yeah, looks like he maybe got one there. That's going to set up another 3rd and long for this Leyden team, who hasn't had much going in the passing game either, but maybe something can turn around here, as they're very deep in their own zone, which is going to force another long punt here. Or far punt, I should say.
Gary talking things over. Maybe crafting up a trick play here.
Yeah, just trying to find anything that works here.
Lining up. The snap. The throw is off. And it's going to be an incomplete pass for the Eagles. And there's going to be a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's going to be a pass interference, Zach, on the Dukes there. And that's going to give Leyden a very fortunate first down. It's the second time the Dukes have been penalized, giving Leyden a first down here.
Yeah, only one of their 3 first down conversions have come from actual plays rather than penalties. So Leyden looking for another chance to go down the field and score.
Yeah, for the Dukes, that's not a pass interference you needed. Is obviously, even if that pass was completed, that wasn't going to be a first down. So he was going to be stopped well short there. But Leyden with some new life here with a minute to go in this first quarter here.
Yeah, we've seen some problems in the past from the Dukes with penalties, especially that first matchup of the year. Had a couple costly plays.
Yeah, if you're Leyden here, you just want to keep moving the ball forward here at their own 35. Maybe have a chance to go down and score here, but Dukes are giving them the opportunity to with these new first down opportunities.
Leyden with the snap. Handoff. Trying to run out that outside, and he gets tackled.
Yeah, nowhere to go there, as he absolutely gets wrapped up in the backfield once again, as that's going to be a loss of 2 yards. And Zach, if I can recall, I believe the rushing game is currently in negatives.
Yes, definitely. I believe only one of the rushes so far for Leyden has been positive.
You wonder if Leyden starts relying on the passing game a little bit more here, as they can't find anything on the rushing game, which is, we knew coming into this that was a big struggle last week against Willowbrook.
Leyden breaks the huddle. Looking to get some positive yards in this play.
30 seconds left here.
And it's going to be a flag.
See what they call here. The false start, it looks like, on Leyden.
When I said hello to you,
Delay of game. You don't see that much often, Zach, especially in high school football. I don't think I've ever seen that in high school football, I'm going to be quite frankly honest with you.
No, and now it's going to be about 2nd and 17, as they had negative yards in that last play, and now with the penalty. There's about 27 seconds remaining in this first quarter. About one more play.
Yeah, 2nd and 17 here as the clock is running down to 20 seconds here.
And it's still going. Let's see if they try and get a play up before the quarter ends. And they're not. They're just going to go off the field. And that's going to bring an end to our first quarter. Duke's leading 21-0 against the Eagles. We'll be right back with York Sports Network. Welcome back, Dukes fans. We're here for the second quarter as the Dukes are leading 21-0. Leyden is going to have the ball. It's going to be second and about 17.
Yeah, a long second down here for Leyden. Just pick up some yards here and give them a chance on third.
Gary dishes it out to the corner. And it's going to be a completion. This instantly tackled. It's going to be a gain for Leyden. Great catch by Ash.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 yards there for Leyden. It's still going to be a third and long here, but a completion nonetheless, which is positive for Leyden. That ball hung up there for a while. 3rd and 11 here for Leyden. Maybe see him take a shot here. We haven't seen him do that yet.
Yeah, no deep passes. They've been all short routes and trying to advance on the run game, but they're going to have to change up their game plan as York is doing a great job on defensively. Gary with the snap. Trying to pass it out quickly. He gets it off the reception. And it's going to be a gain about a 1 or 2 yards for Almodovar. The running back got the reception on that one.
Yeah, I got men in the backfield. Just nowhere to go there. They tried to get the offensive line to get some blocking, but there was nobody there to block. And that's going to force another punt for this Lion team. Zach, I believe that's the 4th punt.
Yes, that's correct. And now it's going to be 4th and 13. Clock's still running. It's going to be 10:45 remaining in the second quarter. Duke's looking to push their lead.
Yeah, I'll see. It looks like Alfano is going to be coming back out for another drive here as they're up 21-0.
Bolna with the punt. Gets it off. Butte's going to receive it. And he waves.
Good field position for the Dukes again. And going to send all the starters back out there once again, Zach.
Yeah, as you were saying earlier, Ryan, depending on how the game is going to go, Dukes are planning to put in most of their reserves and players that don't get as many touches as the starters for the second half of this game.
Yeah, and this might be the last time we get to see some of these guys come out here, as this is their last non-conference game and easiest opponent on their schedule left.
Snap the ball. Alfano out. Running up the side. That's going to be a gain of about 10.
Yeah, Dukes, another first down there. Just a quick dump off to Duda. And don't need to change as it's another first down, and Leyden just doesn't have any answers on defense or offense.
That pass has gone out to the 50-yard line. First down.
York lining up. Snap to Alfano. Another fake run. Alfano runs it up the middle. Alfano, he's still going. Up the sideline and decides to take it out. Alfano, great run from him as they're about the 20.
That's something I've noticed about these last two York quarterbacks, like Bruno Maxwell and Dominic Alfano. Both very athletic kids, and they can both use their legs in the open field as Dominic Alfano picks up around 25 yards there.
Alfano not considered a running quarterback coming into this year, but Gelsomino definitely changed up the offense to help him out this year. Alfano, another snap, hands it off to Duda. Duda running up the middle. Stiff arms. Duda still going, and Duda's going to run it in for a touchdown, Dukes.
And what a run by Henry Duda there. Good blocking by Coast on the O-line, and once he finds that hole, he just stiff arms his defenders down, and there's no doubt from there that he is going to go into that end zone. And another touchdown for Henry Duda to add to his season.
Another beast mode run from Hank the Tank as a firework just went off. And now the Dukes are leading 27-0 with another chance for Jack O'Connor.
Yeah, maybe like a celebration firework there.
O'Connor, kick is up. And once again, it is good for the Dukes, taking the lead to 28-0 at 9:51 remaining. And we'll be right back with York Sports Network. Welcome back, Dukes fans. We're here. Dukes are leading 28-0. 9:51 remaining in the second quarter. Another fast possession by the Dukes.
Yeah, Zach. And just for the fans at home, there is no running clock in this first half. It has to be at least the second half and be up 30, which the Dukes are well on pace to reach that mark before halftime.
O'Connor, the kick is up. Leyden chooses to receive the ball. He's taking it up the side, and he's going to be stopped at the 10.
Yeah, Zach, I take back what I said earlier. It wasn't the best idea to return it there, as he had no space to run.
Flores tried getting it out, but the Dukes instantly ganged up on him.
Yeah, immediately met by, I believe, like 7 Dukes defenders there, and they're going to be starting on their own 11 here. Not much optimism for Leyden here.
They're making some plays, though, definitely better than the first quarter. They've had some first down conversions. They've had some positive plays. They're hoping to get past the 50 here.
Yeah, Zach, that's going to be a tall order, especially at their own 10-yard line.
Gary, another short pass. And going to be tackled. Another catch by Ash.
That pass is complete.
Another short pass there. Maybe picks up 2 yards there, as they say. And Leyden just slowly gaining yards at a time is looking what the game plan is going to be for the way out here. Just trying to find something that you can build off of here.
Yeah, they've been handing it off to Almodovar and dishing it out, those short passes to Ash. Not anything really long. Don't know if they're trying to be careful with the Dukes defense, but they're going to have to switch it up if they're going to try and score this game.
Yeah, Leyden needs to find something here, especially in the passing game.
Gary lining up. Snap is up. He's going to hand it off. He's running it back. It was a fake pass. And that's a reception by Ash. That's going to be it. Wow. That was a tough tackle on Ash. That's going to be about a 15-yard pass on the trick play for Leyden.
And when Leyden finally needed something there, Zach, they run that trick play. And what a catch there by Ash. Able to get in front of his defender. And like I said, maybe help out, not the quarterback that time, but help out his team and make a big catch. And that's exactly what just went down there, Zach.
Yeah, the pass was definitely a little short. He knew he had to come back in for that pass. That was a great catch by Ash.
Yeah, Leyden a little bit of yards there as they're going to try to approach midfield here.
Yeah, they decided to change up the playbook. They went for a deep ball. I like the trick play.
Yeah, they need a change of pace as obviously anything hasn't been working right now.
Gary lining up. Hands it off. Almodovar is stopped instantly at the goal line.
And for Almodovar, right when he got that ball, he had nowhere to go. You know, it's a bad sign when his offensive line is pushing him backwards and he has to curl around there, and he's just met by a bunch of Duke defenders. It's going to be a loss of 2 yards there.
Yeah, he just couldn't get past the line of scrimmage, and the run game has not been too good for Leyden, but their pass game has been pretty good thus far.
Yeah, Gary's made some solid plays there. He's made some solid throws all night, but he's going to need a lot more of them if he wants to have any chance in this game.
Leyden lining up. The snap. Another run to Almodovar for a couple positive yards this time.
Yeah, it gets back to the original line of scrimmage, a little bit less, but it's going to be around 3rd and 10 here, 3rd and 11.
They're going to have to whip up another trick play here if they're going to want to convert.
Yeah, they're going to have to throw the ball downfield here, Zach. 3rd and 11, unless they plan to go for it on 4th down. They got to make something happen, just like they did with that trick play.
Clock is winding down. 6:45 remaining here in the second quarter. And it's going to be a timeout by Leyden. And with that, we're going to take a short break. You've been watching York Sports Network. Welcome back, Dukes fans. 6:36 remaining in the second quarter. 28-0 Dukes. Leyden looking to convert on the 3rd down. Gary with the snap. They're looking for the deep pass. He dishes it out. The pass is going to be short. It's going to be dropped by the Dukes defender. But it's going to be 4th down. Great attempt by the Dukes.
Yeah, he had it right in his hands there. Wide open receiver for Leyden there, but he couldn't find him downfield as he left that ball. Gary left that ball short. That could have been the touchdown play that Leyden needed, but they're going to have to send out the punt team.
Samal just couldn't bring it in. Great attempt, though.
Wonder if Leyden runs up something here that maybe surprises the Dukes here.
Leyden punter gets it up. That one's going to be a line drive. It's going to hit off the player. And that's going to be down at about the 45.
Yeah, the kicker there got rattled as there was a defender, a Duke player right next to him. If he really wanted to go for that block, he definitely could have got it, but that results in the bad punt there. And Zach, I believe that he would have had, the Dukes would have been in worse field position if he got that interception there. So
definitely. Now the Dukes looking to score once again. 6:22 remaining here. Dukes lining up. Snap to Alfano. Alfano with the handoff. Georges, Colby Baird running up the side with his quick speed and is going to be knocked out of bounds. What a great run from Baird.
Yeah, it's a nice little weapon that the Dukes have on this team is Colby Baird. Very fast, athletic kid who, when you need him for the opportunities, you can use them, and especially like plays like that there, Zach.
Yeah, Baird mainly a wide receiver, but he definitely has some running plays thus far this season. Dukes lining up again. The snap. Alfano hands it off. Duda running up the middle. He's still going. And he's going to be down at about the 20.
Yeah, Duda just found a hole right up the middle. Like, once again, very smart runner, high IQ. Let the play develop, and once he saw that hole open up, he was just able to explode and gets it to the 21-yard line here as the Dukes are knocking on the door once again here.
Dukes' running game has been very dominant so far this game. Duda and Baird still haven't used Georges, which is another option they have.
Yeah, I bet we're going to see Georges a little later in this game after all the starters get off the field.
Alfano hands it off to Duda once again, trying to find an opening. He gets out by the left. He's still going. Duda running it to the back, and it's a touchdown by Duda. But there's a flag thrown.
Yeah,
in the backfield. It might be after the play, though. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, Siverite drawing the flag. They're not happy with the ref, but like you said, it was after the play.
Siverite might be unnecessary roughness after the play. It looks like they're bringing it back.
Yeah, it's definitely on the Dukes. It looks like it might be a holding there at the end of the play, which for the Dukes is really unfortunate because at the time that flag came out, Duda was already in the end zone.
Yeah, that's a devastating blow for the Dukes. I mean, they are already leading the game 28-0, but taking away another touchdown like that is not something you want to do.
Nonetheless, another great run by Duda there. There was nothing there, Zach, and he was able just to break free and uses his strength and explodes. But first and 25 here for the Dukes. Going to be a long way to go.
One of the Dukes' biggest challenges of the game so far, having to convert on 25. Hands it off to Duda again. Duda running up the right side, and he's going to be taken out of bounds.
Yeah, good coverage from Leyden there. Just looking not to give up the first down. Gives up some yards there, but not much. It's going to be second and long. Around second and 20, it looks like it's going to be.
Dukes heading to the line of scrimmage. Fano squaring up. Fake handoff. Dishes it out to Baird. Baird still going. And he's brought down at about the 15.
Yeah, Baird gets a good chunk play there. Able to pick up a few extra yards, breaking a tackle. And now it's going to be 3rd and 8 here for the Dukes. A lot more manageable than 1st and 25 to start this drive.
Even if the Dukes don't get this here, they still have a great chance at getting the field goal from O'Connor. Alfano, the snap. And they draw the offsides from Leyden.
Yeah, got him the jump there. Just a little clap, and that's all it took. Now it's going to be 3rd and 3 here. Now if you're the Dukes, you wonder if you just take it with Duda here and get the easy first down.
Smart play by Alfano. And they try getting the jump again. Instead, they hand it off to Duda. Duda running up the middle. Almost brought down, and he gets it. That's going to be first down for the Dukes.
Yeah, the safe play by the Dukes there was just to give it to Duda and get the first down.
First and goal.
Alfano, the snap. Dishes it out. Gives it back to Duda. And it's going to be brought down.
Yeah, Zach, I actually believe that is Chris Georges, what we've been hoping for, you've been hoping for, is Chris Georges looking to get one of his own and join the party here.
Georges almost brings that in, and he's brought down at about the 1. Hands it off again. Georges. And he gets it. Touchdown, Dukes.
Yeah, Chris Georges joins the party, Zach, of touchdowns for the Dukes. And now it's just easy for him as he gets lifted up by his teammates there in celebration. Former YSN member Jackson Rennick was the one lifting him up there. According to Luca, still current.
Multi-sport athlete. Georges joins a touchdown club. Dukes leading 34-0. O'Connor looking for another extra point. The kick is up, and it's good from O'Connor. Dukes leading 35-0 with 4 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And with that, you've been watching York Sports Network. Welcome back. 4 minutes left to play in this second quarter. Dukes leading 35-0. O'Connor. The kick is up. And it's going to go into the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Zach. Connor using his big leg there. Obviously, a lot of colleges are recruiting for Jack O'Connor here. See where he commits. What if I also talking about commits? Hunter Stepanek is, I believe, committed to Princeton, if I'm correct?
Yep, that is correct. For volleyball as well as football.
Yeah, another multi-sport athlete. This Duke team's very athletic. And Stepanek's also a very intelligent kid.
Leyden lining up. See if they have any other trick plays up their sleeves. Gary, he's going to hand it off to Almodovar, and he's going to get instantly stopped by the Dukes.
Number 8,
Yeah. Met by a bunch of Duke defenders once again, as this rushing game has just not been there for Leyden tonight, and like most season, has never been there. But the Dukes are doing their job enough and making the stops that they need to.
Clock is still ticking. 3:30 remaining here in the second quarter. 13 to go for Leyden. Gary hands it off again, up the middle. And that's going to be a run for a gain of about 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, it looked like he got stopped right where he started. It's going to be another 3rd and long here for Leyden. 3rd and 12. Gave him a yard on that play. Leyden may be talking about another trick play here. Late substitution in there.
Leyden breaks the huddle. Looking to hopefully get their first points in the game here. Gary is going to be taking the snap. Hands it off again. Almodovar, he's running up the middle. Big run from him this time.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be enough. And the player is injured on the field for Leyden. With that, we're going to go to a short break. You've been watching York Sports Network. Welcome back from the injury timeout. It's going to remain Leyden's ball. It's going to be 4th and 9. And they're going to be looking to punt here.
Yeah, Zach, just as we get back, it looks like Leyden's going to call the timeout here.
They're going to need some more time to figure out a game plan if they're going to try and go for it here with 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Zach, obviously Leyden's looking for something here, 4th and 9. Feel like they got to be running something here if they're calling a timeout here on 4th and 9.
With that, we're going to take another short break. We'll be right back with your Sports Network. Welcome back. Leyden lining up here, looking to punt again.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot tonight. It's been the same story for Leyden. 3 and outs, 3 and outs, and 3 and outs.
Leyden. The punt is up. Almost blocked again by the Dukes. Butte receiving. And he's going to be down at about the 50.
Yeah, the Dukes are going with their strategy, playing the starters the entire first half here. As Alfano is back on the field.
Looking for one more scoring play here with 2 minutes remaining.
Getting all their reps in before they can. For that conference slate opens up, and that's where your most important games are.
Yeah, next week, homecoming week for the Dukes. They're going to be playing at home against OPRF. It's going to be a good matchup. Last year, the Dukes defeated them at the OPRF's home turf. But this year, we're going to be taking them on at Clarence E.D. Field Stadium. Alfano, pass out. Kadowski decides to run it out at about the 40.
Yeah, easy catch there for Kadowski. They're going to mark him just short, but yeah, Zach, homecoming week for the Dukes is always going to be a big game. And it's a big opponent, especially in conference. And believe it or not, Zach, after next week, the Dukes only have one more home game for the rest of the year against Glenbard West.
Yeah, that's not till week 8 in the season. A lot of road games. Alfano whirls out, and he dishes it out. Another reception by Baird.
Yeah, as I see Colby get involved, we haven't seen him too much this offseason, as there's going to be a man down here.
And we're going to have to take another injury timeout here. We'll be right back with York Sports Network. Welcome back from another injury timeout. 1:56 remaining. Dukes leading 35-0. Alfano hands the ball off. Running up the middle. Duda, another touchdown for the Dukes.
Henry Duda there just goes to the outside and finds the sideline. Good blocking there by the Dukes wide receivers as they're now. This game is just becoming embarrassing for Leyden. It's 41-0 here.
And Duda, this game, already 2 touchdowns, doubling the amount he had last year, his entire season. O'Connor lining up for another extra point. The kick is up. It is good for the Dukes, who are now leading 42-0 with 1:49 left remaining in the second quarter. We'll be right back with York Sports Network. Welcome back, Dukes fans. Dukes leading 42-0. 1:49 remaining in this first half. O'Connor squaring up. And that one's going to go to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, we'll see how Leyden takes his drive. And they just try to run this clock out the rest of the way. They try to take some deep shots and go score for at least some and put some points on the board here.
As Leyden is squaring up here, hoping to score before this half comes to a close. Aguirre hands it off to Aldevar. And he gets a big gain there for Leyden. They're still going, pushing. And that's going to be a gain of about 8. Great run from the Eagles.
Yeah, just trying to push them forward, get all the extra yards they can. And finding some positive in the run game there for Leyden, as they haven't had much of that today at all. Going to give them 6 on that one.
Leyden lining back up. Aguirre doing a pretty good job so far. The score doesn't display how well he's been playing. Another handoff. And he's going to be stopped at about the 25.
Yeah, it looks like he makes it back to the line of scrimmage. This clock's now down to 40 seconds here. I wonder if Leyden just runs the ball one more time here and lets the clock run down. They're taking their time in the huddle here.
It appears so, Ryan. They're going to get one more playoff before this half comes to a close, as the Dukes are leading 42-0.
Maybe Leyden pulls something out of their playbook, something that they've practiced a lot. It's going to be their last play here.
Gary with the snap, and they're just going to run it. This is going to bring a close to the first half of play for the Eagles and the Dukes. Dukes leading 42-0. With that, we'll be back after halftime. You're watching York Sports Network. Welcome back, Dukes fans, for another exciting second half for the Dukes, leading 42-0 against the Eagles. Leyden's going to be kicking off. The Dukes will be receiving. And the kickoff. Returning. Dukes bringing it up the field. Running it straight up the middle, and he's going to be brought down at about the 35.
Yeah, we haven't got to see many returns for the Dukes here so far, but they get one here. Looks like George Redfern's going to be entering the game.
As well as some other players that we haven't seen thus far.
Take that back. It looks like it's going to be Assad.
Assad getting his snaps. He was pretty good at the sophomore level last year, as that team went undefeated. The snap, Assad, fake handoff, dishes it out. Great throw from Assad. The completion is going to be by Winton.
Yeah, just a bullet pass there by Assad there. Finds Winton for a short gain there of around 5. And it's something we kind of see. Obviously, a lot of the sophomores from last year are in the game with Georges, Winton, and Assad. We got to see a lot of them, and they built a lot of chemistry last year. And that's also going to be something to look forward to going into next year for this Duke's future.
As well as Massel, he's had some reps at some of the games. Assad dishes it out. Georges running up the side, and he's going to be brought down at the 45.
Yeah, Zach, Georges just reminds me of a mini Henry Duda. Around the same number, 26 and 28, and he's just explosive.
Yeah, he got a ton of touches last year on that sophomore squad. It was one of the main reasons why they went undefeated. That offense was impenetrable. Assad with the snap. Hands it off to Georges again. Georges running up the left side, trying to sneak through, and he's brought down.
That's number 28.
Yeah, George was able to make nothing to something there. Picked up a few yards as it looked like he was going to get stopped in the backfield, but was able to cut to his left and pick up a few extra yards here. As also, it will be a running clock for the rest of this game here as the Dukes are well past the limit.
Assad stepping up. Snaps it, hands it off again to Georges. Georges making a run at the left side. Georges going a long way. He's still up. And he gets thrown out of bounds at about the 30.
Yeah, Georges there just following behind his O-line there, getting to the sideline there, and picks up a big gain of around 15, and that is going to be another first down for the Dukes here, entering Leyden's territory.
Dukes offense still thriving, even though some of their key role players are out of the equation. Dukes next season looking very promising thus far.
And Zach, it looks like there was a flag as the Dukes are going backwards.
There was a hold. 40-yard line.
There's going to be a hold going against the Dukes.
The ball is placed at the 40.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Dukes.
Second down.
Yeah, it's going to be a little less than that, 2nd and 4. They gave the holding at the spot.
Fake handoff. Assad up the middle. He's still going. Assad. Long run from Assad, brought down at the 15.
Yeah, Assad didn't know where to go with that ball. He was zigzagging all the way up the field, but nonetheless, is going to find himself inside the around the 15-yard line, and the Dukes enter the red zone once again tonight.
Clock winding down, 8 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Dukes looking for another opportunity to score.
Also, big up to the guy on the sideline, Jacob Wagner, informed me that Duda ended up with 3 touchdowns and 111 rushing yards.
Another handoff. As he's going to be brought down at the goal line.
Yeah,
at the line of scrimmage. Excuse me.
Second down.
Leyden closes up the hole really fast there. Dukes lose a yard on that one, which we haven't seen much of today at all.
Great defensive play from the Eagles.
Tried to hold the Dukes not to a touchdown here, as I believe every offensive drive has been a touchdown for the Dukes so far in this game.
Assad staying in the pocket. Long throw, Assad, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Dukes. That's going to be a reception by Hellig.
Great throw there by Assad. Just an absolute strike right to his wide receiver. The Dukes with another touchdown, keeping the trend going with only scoring touchdowns all game, and is now 48-0, looking to tie their point total from last week at 49.
Assad starting out his night strong. As we saw earlier, he's a very mobile quarterback. He had that throw on the run, and he's also able to stay in the pocket and find the open man. That was a great pass to Kolig. As we're going to have a different kicker here for the Dukes. Kicking is going to be Smith. Some sub going to come in here. Entering the game is going to be Harry Gonzalez. Smith with the kick. And it's going to be good. Dukes leading 49-0 with 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with the York Sports Network. Welcome back, Dukes fans. We're here. Clock is still going. 5 minutes remaining. And O'Connor is going to be taking this kick. And it's going to go to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Leyden, first drive. Looking to make something happen here. Obviously, the Dukes backups are in here, so maybe they can gain some yards here and have the advantage and put up a few points here as they're still left blank on the scoreboard.
Yeah, last week, towards the end of the game, Proviso had 2 touchdowns. So hopefully Leyden can do the same here.
Yeah, Proviso had a touchdown in the last seconds of the game with the clock expiring.
Gary takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Running up the middle. Good run there by the punter for Leyden.
Yeah, Leyden finally picking up some yards there. With the Dukes backups in, maybe they can get that running game established a little bit more here, as it's been not working at all tonight, and looking to go down and score.
Bohanna's first run of the night. We've seen a couple of good kicks from him on the punting side. Gary lining up. The snap. Gary, another handoff. Bohanna running up the middle again. He's going to get some good yardage there.
Yeah, able to break a tackle there. Able to get the extra yardage she needed, and that's going to be a first down for Leyden, which has been a rare occurrence today, but made it look really easy there with 2 rushes.
Leyden with the snap. Gary looking to pass. Deep throw. And it's going to be out of bounds. Ash didn't have a chance to get that one.
Yeah, it looked like a good throw there at first, but just a little bit out of bounds. The distance was right on it. It's just the accuracy was not there.
Good play call from the Leyden's coach. And it's going to be a second down, excuse me. Leyden looking for a chance to score on this drive. The snap. Another handoff. Running up the middle is Bulhara. And he's going to be brought down at the 35.
Yeah, it's going to be third down and around, I believe, 7 here. Leyden fans just looking for something to cheer for here. Already 2 minutes, under 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. As with this running clock, this game is flying the rest of the way, Zach.
Third and 7. Leyden looking for another trick play here, perhaps. Gary. Gary hands it off again. Bulhara running up the side, and he's going to get the first down.
Yeah, great run there. He's just able to find the sideline. A lot more open running room for this Leyden team the second half, and they are taking full advantage of it. Looking to enter Duke's territory for the first time today.
Eagles finally making up some yards as the clock is about to expire for this third quarter.
Yeah, 50 seconds left here.
They're going to get about 1 or 2 plays left. Let's see if they make it count. Gary, a snap, another handoff, running it up the middle. Another good run from Bulhara. He's been playing great for the Eagles.
Yeah, he found a nice little hole there and was able to pick up a few yards. And every yard at a time, it's working out as you're getting 4 or 5 yards at every play. It's going to set you up nicely as looks like Leyden isn't going to get another playoff this quarter and is going to let it run down here as they're going to walk off the field here.
And with that, it's going to come to a close for the third quarter. Duke's leading 48-0. Leyden at about the 50 looking for their first chance to score. And with that, you've been watching York Sports Network. Leyden lining up. 2nd and 6, looking for their chance to convert again. Another handoff. Bulhara. Another positive gain for him. He's doing great for the Eagles.
Yeah, 3-yard gain right there, Zach. And for the first time today, Leyden has entered Duke's territory at the Duke's 49-yard line. And looking at Duke's next week opponent, last update is OPRF is currently up 13-0 on Proviso West. Conference game in there.
What quarter is that, Ryan, in?
That was, I believe, the first quarter, the last update we've gotten.
That's going to be another run from Bulhara, and he's going to get the first down. He's dominating this Duke's defense.
Yeah, and Clarence D. Eastfield is going to be packed for that homecoming game. A lot of students are going to be there, and it's going to be a big game as the Dukes have to set the tone here. Obviously, they played really well against these last 3 games, but these are where the real challenge starts against these tougher teams.
The Eagles gaining some territory here. Clock's still running. They're going to have to move quickly. Snap to Gary. Gary. No handoff this time. Fake. He throws it deep. Oh, it's going to be off the helmet. It's going to be PI by the Dukes.
Yeah, Zach, that was a tough call right there, as that ball was a little bit underthrown. But they throw the flag anyways, and that is going to be another first down for Leyden here, creeping closer and knocking on the door here.
Yeah, just a little bit too much arm grabbing by McPartland on that play.
There's something about it, Gary, that I've realized, like, if he can get a little bit more arm strength, this guy can be a dangerous quarterback. He's just leaving some of these long balls a little bit short, and if he's able to get the arm strength to get them just a little bit farther, he can be a really dangerous quarterback.
Yeah, definitely, Ryan. He's making some good looks. I like what he's doing with the running back. They have some good chemistry there. Just leaving the balls a little short, like you said. Gary lining up again. The snap, Gary hands it off. Another good run for the Eagles. It's going to be some positive yardage.
Yeah, Leyden's getting close to entering the red zone here. Looking to just get some points on the board and get rid of that blank.
Bilhala has been doing a good job, as I've said a couple times here. He's been dominating this Dukes defense. Every single time he runs the ball, it's been for positive yardage. They didn't use him in the first half, but now he's been doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, Duke's looking to get a stop here, maybe of their own.
Another handoff. Heller up the middle. Another good run for the Eagles.
Yeah, into the red zone for the first time today. Getting close here.
Clock still winding down as the Eagles approaching the red zone. 15-yard line.
8 minutes to go, just hit under.
If they're persistent here, they can definitely get themselves on the board. Gary with the ball. Another handoff. Up the middle. Plowing through the Dukes. Another good run from Lahala.
Yeah, Mohala, very strong runner. Took 3 Dukes to get him down there as he just bulldozes right up the middle for a solid gain there. Almost inside the 10-yard line here. Looking for their first touchdown of the day.
Back to the run play. Looks to be another gain for the Eagles. So that's going to bring them to third down.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be third down and 3 here. Able to pick up a yard or 2 in that one. Leyden really looking to convert here.
At worst, in this situation, it appears they could go for the field goal. Haven't seen much from their kicker this game.
Yeah, I've seen a lot from their punter, though. He's been out a lot of times. And looking to change the narrative a little bit here.
Oh, and it's going to be a fumble, and the Dukes are going to recover. Leyden did not take the chance they had in this situation. The refs are talking, and that's going to be Duke's ball.
Yeah, a little bit of had some Cam Newton thoughts there as a Gary didn't want to dive on the ball, afraid of getting hit. The refs are still talking this one over. It looks like it's going to go to Duke's way. As was just when you thought Leyden had the chance to score, they turn it right over. That's a tough one for the morale of the Lions sideline right there.
They were doing so good. They were so close to scoring. With 5 minutes left, the Dukes are probably just going to run the clock out.
Going to see a lot of Georges down the stretch here.
Running up the sideline, the Dukes, he's going to take it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Dukes.
Will Butte with the 80-yard touchdown run. Just accelerates down the sideline, and he was gone the second he got there as the Dukes extend their lead to 55-0.
Butte is one quick kid. You see him always taking the kickoff returns and the punt returns, and that was a great run by him. He is a dangerous threat for the Dukes offense as well.
Yeah, and that's a prime example of why you see he is the punt returner and kick returner, as his speed was just immaculate there down the sideline.
Smith lining up for the kick now. Kick is up, and it is good. The scoreboard, I believe, is wrong. It should be 56-0 Dukes as they take another tremendous lead. With that, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with York Sports Network. Welcome back, Dukes fans. 55-0. Dukes leading the Eagles. O'Connor is going to be taking this kickoff. Leyden, one last opportunity. 3 minutes remaining to score. It's going to be a running clock. They're going to have to move quick. And that ball is going to be kicked in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Zach, and looking at the rest of the Dukes road schedule, it is very tough as all the teams except Hinsdale Central are undefeated, and that Hinsdale Central team lost to DGN. And that is going to be a very tough road schedule for the Dukes here, as we know that DGN is a powerhouse every single year. LT is always a big competitor, and Hinsdale Central is not that far behind.
Yeah, all those teams highly regarded according to Instagram high school influencer Slow Shea, all rated within the top 10 outside Hinsdale Central. You got Lions, DGN, and GBS. Glenbard West.
And Hinsdale Central took DGN down the wire, as I believe it was a 7-9 loss for Hinsdale Central in a very competitive game, defensive battle.
Leyden, snap, handed off to Bahala. Running up the sideline, he's trying to move quick. Good run from him for short yardage gain.
Yeah, and even with the Dukes home schedule, they still have Glenbard West at home, which is not going to be an easy task, as that game is going to be packed to the brim at Clarence D. East Field. Dukes will take every win they can get at this point in the season.
Leyden lining up. Handoff again. Burhala is going to be brought down short. Just a minute and 10 remaining on this clock.
Yeah, able to take his first defender down there, but couldn't break through the rest. As we are now a minute to go here with this running clock.
Not sure if Leyden's going to have enough time to come down and score. Might just end up running the clock out.
Yeah, Lions got no urgency here to do anything else as the Dukes look to hold this shutout here. And a very impressive win for the Dukes here. We know Leyden's not one of the top teams, but any game that you win 56-0 is pretty impressive.
Definitely, Ryan, as Leyden is lining up here for potentially the last play of the game. Gary hands it off again. And he's going to be brought down at the 30.
As Jacob Wagner is getting the sideline excited, as that is going to be it as both sides line up. Under 10 seconds to go, and the Duke fans are giving their team a round of applause for the performance today.
And with that, it's going to be a close to this game. Dukes 55, Eagles 0. And I'd like to thank all the crew that came out to help today. Johnny Scalziti, Luca DeSanto, Brennan Blanchett, and our supervisor, Mr. Dowdy. I've been Zach Silkaitis. Alongside me has been Ryan Brownlie. Go Dukes.